She patted the spot next to her and made a face like a smile. "Hello, Aggie." I stood in the middle of the room, looking at the floor till she got up and crouched beside me, so close I could smell the stuff she sprayed on herself when she got out of the tub. She was talking too, but all I heard was Mrs. Dean's voice inside my head. "You touched my Jonand, didn't you? Don't lie to me." The lady said something about the investigation, that word Mr. and Mrs. Dean had been saying every day. It made my bad hand ache worse. "I'm here to take you to a new home, just temporarily. Do you know what that means?" I studied the pink swirls in the carpet, trying not to think of the day I lied about the Jonand or the other thing I did. The worser one that started up the investigation. Did she really expect me to answer? "You'll be staying with the Moscatellis until we can find you a more permanent family." The color of her coat reminded me of the tree outside my window when the daddy next door came home from work and the light poured through. I wanted to touch it, but I knew better. Mrs. Dean had folded my clothes into a pile and packed them neatly into a paper sack with a red lollipop on top. It was the first sweet she'd ever given me. When she held out the bag, I closed my eyes and dreamed the word no. "See what she's like," she told the lady in the summer green coat, pressing the bag into her hands. "Good luck to the next family if they think they can do better." The lady must have heard my secret no, because when we were leaving, she set the brown bag on the floor just inside the door. "How about we leave all that right here, Aggie? What do you say?" I squinted at the lollipop and her pink mouth talking to me and the white day outside and nodded. Then I stopped and pointed at the attic stairs until she understood. "Is there something up there you want to bring with you? Something of yours?" Mrs. Dean was still listening from the living room. "Everything she owns is in that bag. She's got nothing of her own." But when I didn't move, she let me go upstairs to look. "Long as she doesn't try to steal something on the way out." She made Nancy let her see my secret box after we came down. "Where on earth did this junk come from?" Her face knotted up like it did when she was going to tell Mr. Dean on me, only he wasn't home. Finally she shrugged and handed it back. "Belongs in the trash, if you ask me." At that point, everything I knew about myself came from the Deans. Mr. Dean was the first one to tell me I was an Indian. "See those people getting their asses kicked?" he said, pointing at his TV when I came downstairs to pee. "Well, that's you." Since I didn't know anyone else who looked like that, I was pretty sure I was the last one left. Me and the one who gave me my presents. Only I hadn't seen her for so long. I was pretty sure the people in Mr. Dean's TV got her too. "Your mother," they called her, like she was something bad, and I was the one who did it. Your mother was a whore who didn't care two shits about me, and I was going to turn out just like her. A dope fiend, too. You know what that is, Agnes? That's when I learned you don't have to know what words mean to understand them. I nodded at Mr. Dean. Yes, I knew. I didn't grow right or talk right or look right, but it didn't matter, because nobody would ever want to talk to me or look at me anyway. My father was no one. No one didn't know I existed, and if he ever found out, he'd either piss on me or strangle me, one or the other. If it was him, Mr. Dean said he'd choose door number 2. That always made him laugh. Something called the asthma lived in my chest. It slept for weeks, but if I caught a cold or tried to run or got scared, it squeezed until I couldn't breathe. I stopped running, and I gave up being scared, too. At least, most of the time. But sometimes the asthma went right ahead and attacked anyway. Then they took me to the hospital, where I slept in a tent, and ladies who thought my name was Honey gave me medicine. I learned my colors from their Jell-O. Green was the best. After I went back to the Deans, I tasted it in my mouth every night before I fell asleep. Green. It wasn't just the best color. It was the best anything.